So 2.5 years in Australia, it's been the absolute best time of my life. It's more than 2.5 years actually, but it's also been a lot of challenges and a lot of difficult times as well that I've been here. So today I'm gonna teach you how I've become more comfortable being myself. So I'm gonna give an exercise that I've been doing quite frequently lately, and it's actually gonna make you more comfortable feeling all emotions such as jealousy, fear, guilt, anger, all those emotions that we typically try and run away from. So stay tuned for this exercise because it's definitely gonna revolutionize how you see yourself and how you show up to the world. So before we start today's video, I want to give a huge thanks to Premium Jane for sending these ones to me. So Premium Jane is the best hemp oil shop in the southern hemisphere, and I can definitely agree on that one. They make sleeping aids. These are hemp gummies, and these are actually the best sleeping aids I've ever tried. I actually have quite an issue when it comes to sleep, and I've been struggling with my sleep for a long time. And I've tried a bunch of different methods before, like melatonin and stuff like that, but these are actually the only ones that's been able to help me. I usually take like 2 before bed, and then I go lay down and have a read. And they actually make me sleep all night, and I haven't slept all night in years. So these are absolutely amazing, and they're 100% natural and vegan friendly as well. The flavors are amazing too. This is strawberry, by the way, but you can get a bunch of different flavors. Last one I had was mango berry, I think, and it was also delicious. But I gotta say that I think these ones are definitely my favorite. Other hemp brands, for example, they can taste pretty bad in my opinion, but these ones actually taste like real candy. The good thing with this is that you can use my coupon code KIMMEN. I'll link it in the description down below, as well as the link. So give these ones a go, you're not gonna regret it at all. So I'm gonna teach you a little bit about an exercise that you can apply into your life if you wanna be more comfortable feeling all the emotions. And this is something that I've done for myself, and it's improved my life drastically. Like, after applying this exercise, I felt so much more comfortable being myself. I felt like I'm able to show up as 100% Kimmen. I'm not trying to hide from anything. I don't feel bad for feeling certain emotions. It's obviously still gonna bring discomfort, but you're gonna teach yourself, you're gonna teach your nervous system that it's fine to feel uncomfortable emotions. It's fine to feel shame, it's fine to feel guilt. It's fine to feel anger and jealousy and all those uncomfortable emotions. If you wanna do this exercise with me right now, that's totally fine. What I want you to do is that I want you to start seeking out yourself and start to recreate the uncomfortable emotions that you're trying to run away from. Like jealousy is a typical one that comes to my mind right now, that us humans, we do such an effort to try and run away from jealousy because we feel shame for feeling jealousy. So it's basically you thinking to yourself that you should be way better than having jealousy. Like, I'm a man or I'm a woman, I'm not gonna feel jealousy. Like, I'm better than that, right? And what this does is that it just creates shame around jealousy, and that makes us feel shame and jealousy. Imagine if you can be like, oh, jealousy, okay, I'm just gonna sit here, because why wouldn't you feel jealousy? Why wouldn't you feel shame? I mean, we're here to feel the entire spectrum of emotions. We're here to feel everything. So why would you try and run away from it? It doesn't make sense when you actually think about it, but yet so many of us do that every day and all the time. You're trying to get away from typical emotions, and it's impossible. It's always gonna be there. Are we able to accept the fact that we have jealousy? Are we able to accept the fact that we have shame and guilt? This exercise I'm going to show you, I want you to seek out and recreate the emotions of shame in your body right now. See how that feels like. And I want you to think about shame. I want you to feel how shame feels like. Can you feel that? This practice. How does happiness feel like? You get a lightness in your chest, right? What does jealousy feel like? You can feel your stomach sort of like contract a bit. What does courage feel like? Imagine you doing something that's going to take courage. When I went from Sweden to Australia, obviously courage was a big part. So I remember that emotion quite well, actually. So this is the typical exercise that you want to do to make yourself feel more comfortable feeling the uncomfortable emotions, or the negative ones, as we like to label it. But if you start to apply this into your life, you're going to notice that you're going to start feeling more love, you're going to start feeling more joy, happiness, peace. Because if you are comfortable feeling every emotion, the whole spectrum of emotions, if you're comfortable feeling sadness, if you're comfortable feeling jealousy, anger, it's not going to cause as much suffering, because every time you try and run away from something or trying to prolong a good feeling emotion, you're going to create suffering. Like, even when you feel happy, you're going to create suffering if you're trying to prolong it. Fuck, I really want to feel this all the time, right? it's gonna be causing you to wanting to have more of that, which is gonna make you suffer even when you're happy. If you would just allow yourself to exist in whatever emotional state you're in at all times, there would be no suffering in your life at all. This is obviously pretty hard to do. It's not easy, and I'm no master in this at all. Like, I still suffer from things. But when you're able to surrender to your emotional states, it's gonna take away the suffering. And even when you feel jealousy, for example, you're gonna notice a sense of peace behind your jealousy, because you're just gonna let yourself be in that state. After I've started seeking out unpleasant emotions, like after I've sat down, started to recreate jealousy, how does jealousy feel like? How does grief feel like? How does shame feel like? The next time in your life when you're actually gonna feel those emotions for real, it's not gonna cause as much of a resistance towards it. You're gonna feel way more comfortable, and you're gonna start feeling way more authentic and self-confident, because you're not gonna be controlled by your emotions. This is what I've done over the last year, I would say, and it's changed my life forever. And you can do that too. Try this practice. Trust me, it's gonna change your life. I believe in you. So every morning now when I wake up, I do breath work and I do my meditation. And in the past, when I woken up and felt, I don't know, some bad emotion, you know, when you wake up and you have like a bad day or whatever, but you can't really tell why. Those days are still very, like, I feel comfortable having those days. I'm not trying to escape anything. And that's because I've allowed myself, and that's because I've started seeking out different emotions. Like, I've started to recreate the emotions in my body. Say, for example, that you want to do public speaking one day, but you're absolutely deathly scared of doing public speaking. Imagine if you would recreate that scenario in your head that scares you. You can definitely feel a little bit of fear arising then. Imagine if you would just try and become friends with your fear, and how much of a difference that's gonna be. You're gonna be able to master your emotional states. And I'm positive that if everybody on the planet would try and master their emotions and their emotional state, imagine what a beautiful planet. You would never be upset about anything ever. You would never be triggered by anyone. You would always go inward. If you find a person triggering you, you'd be like, oh, why do I react like this? Oh, this is anger now, or frustration arising in my body because a person says something that I don't like. It has nothing to do with that person. It has nothing to do with the external event. Another person might not even be upset with whatever the other person said, right? It is possible to make your way through life and have no resistance to anything ever. You walk around in your life and you're never trying to resist anything. You're never trying to change reality ever. Because a lot of the times when we have uncomfortable emotions is when we don't agree with what the present moment is showing us. We're not agreeing with what reality is showing us, which is a bit weird when you think about it. It's pretty stupid. And I do that too. Sometimes we disagree with what reality says or shows us. Whenever we do that, we cause suffering. Imagine if you're able to relax and let go and surrender to that all the time. Say, for example, that a parent of yours dies. That sucks. It's a lot of grief there. But the difference is you could feel peace behind that grief if you would allow yourself to feel that grief, instead of making like scenarios in your mind saying, for example, I should have been there, I should have done that, I should have said that thing, I shouldn't have said that to that parent. Because all that's going to do is that's going to create suffering. Imagine if you're able to feel grateful for the grief, if you're able to feel grateful for the parent and what they've done for your life. Such a massive difference, and how you look at death then. You would still have fear, but you would have such a better relationship with fear, grief, all that sort of stuff. So even losing a parent would still feel okay, and not you trying to change anything. Think about that for a second. I just want to show you where I'm at right now. I'm out exploring a bit. I just came out from the woods here, and I'm just standing here, observing the view. It's pretty cool right here. I think you saw in the beginning, it's like a canal here, going out into a lake, into the ocean. And I love this place. The sun could be out a little bit more though, but it's still 20 degrees outside, so I'm fine. I'm having my winter t-shirt on me today. Still a good time, still a good day. Everything that I've been talking about today has helped me to change the way I look at myself and how I look at the world. And I just want to spread this to other people because I know for a fact that it's going to change a lot of people's lives. Because a lot of people walk around and judge other people. And what's the natural response when you're being judged? You judge them back. How is the planet going to get better if we walk around and judge each other all the time? If you're able to accept yourself for everything that you are, you're never going to feel judged because you're going to own everything. You're going to own your emotional state. So please try this exercise that I've taught you today. And you're going to notice that you're going to start feeling a little bit more comfortable being yourself and feeling whatever emotions that you have to feel a little bit more each and every time. Try it out and leave a comment how you think it went. It's going to change your life. I really hope that you liked this video though. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram as well. It's Kimmen. I'll link it down in the description below. And I'll definitely see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Peace.